And I will begin with the Sowetan in South Africa. I saw bits of this video clip yesterday. Pictures you can see on your screen of a young boy in South Africa getting assaulted by a 50-year-old man holding a pistol. He says, of course, you can see it on your screen, "I pleaded for my life." The teen victim says he knew he wouldn't outrun a bullet. His heavy beating outside a takeaway outlet went viral, leading to the arrest of this 50-year-old man.
Wow.
It brings back conversations on, I think, I could say racism, still in certain parts of Africa. But,
Absolutely.
I'm sure that, with further investigations, we'll get to figure out what exactly played out there and if this man would be charged. We can also find Zakes bags more award nominations, and that's in entertainment. The singer celebrates birthday in style. And also how a teacher inspired script writer. You can find that on page 9. Not very many stories actually on the Sowetan. The final one, it says here, "We want justice. The Sufi's report on pupil's death angers family." And that's on page 7 on the Sowetan this morning.
All right, let's head over to the New Vision. On the front page of the New Vision, we have the big story here. DRC operation halted. Kenyatta calls for joint deployment on page 5. Museveni holds security meeting over DR Congo. Now, at the top of the paper, we have the best of Kinao, Uganda, as voted by New Vision readers. Find out who the best. I can see their photograph. The photographs, 5 of them, on pages 17 to 24. We also have, still on the front page of the New Vision, ADF suspects arrested in Luwero district. The details of that are on page 4. We have also on Harvest Money, 2016 winner reignites farming in Busoga. That's on page 13 to 15. Study at home, S1 Kishwa Hili, biology, and S2 maths. I'm sure this is just to help the students at home to study. There's always helpful content here. Final story here, NSSE, new smart card to ease cash withdrawals on page 6. That's all I can take on the New Vision, I beg your pardon. Let's move on to our next paper.
And now back here in Nigeria, let's see what we can find on the Punch newspapers. We've been speaking about elections and, the build up to the 2023 general elections. And one of the things we just spoke about in the news, Wike's camp fumes, warns PDP as Atiku picks Okowa as running mate. Looking forward to seeing how this plays out. I remember Governor Wike had always said that he will support whoever the PDP picks as its candidate. But, there's still some speculation that, there might be some issues within the PDP camp between Governor Wike and the party, but we'll see how it turns out. Atiku rejected Rivers, not Wike. There will be implications, says the local government chair, ex-representative. "I picked Okowa because he is president in waiting and qualified to govern Nigeria," says Atiku. Obaseki Ekweremadu Seconda's back Delta governor. INEC asks parties to submit lists today. Ekiti poll. 17,000 policemen and soldiers deployed. INEC moves electoral materials to local governments.
Wow, 17,000.
Yes, it's an election, by the way.
Okay.
Nigerians spent 3.25 trillion naira on airtime, data, and others in 2021, says NCC. And also, Abuja queues. Buhari approves freight rate increase for fuel transporters. Federal government plans 17 airports concession to unbundle aviation regulations. And also, Akeredolu is in the news this morning saying police have failed Nigerians. If you remember, we spoke about some girl, Amira, who, nobody has been able to get updates on her
Yes,
situation.
in Abuja, from Abuja.
Who put out messages that she had been taken or kidnapped, along with 17 others. We're still waiting for updates from the Nigerian police on that story. Also, high inflation, fiscal deficit to persist in Nigeria, says the IMF. And AIB begins probe of overland aircraft's mid-air engine fire. We saw that story yesterday. We can also see here, I dropped my presidential ambition in Southwest interest, says Amosun. Collapsed building. Lagos begins demolition of 3 Ikoyi high-rises. And also, Ogun church leaders, abductors reduce ransom to 10 million naira, threaten victims. Two other stories. Judge dismisses plea banking. Jails man 21 years for killing wife.
Wow.
Okowa massacre. Reps want to raid on forest reserves. Victims get mass burial today.
All right, let's still come here in Nigeria and let's have a look at the front page of the Guardian newspaper. On the front page of the Guardian, the big story says, "Why I chose Okowa over Wike despite party's nod." And there are indications here that Atiku did have the final say in choosing who his vice presidential candidate would be, and he did choose Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State. Okowa says Atiku has answers to Nigeria's challenges and Wike wouldn't be disappointed. And there are also indications that, of course, some people are excited about this, some not, with others saying that Okowa betrayed the Asaba Accord of Southern Governors. This is by Ohanes Ndigbo. Afegwa have reacted to this as well. On page 7, we have Onogen canvasses adequate funding to save the judiciary. And on page 29, police kill 4 bandits, arrest female gun runner in Kaduna. And on page 3, federal government's failings over security may push citizens to self-defense, Akeredolu warns. On the 27th page, we have abduction of Ambia journalist. NUJ tasks security agencies to for his release. That's our colleague there who's been abducted. We did put up we talked about this and how there were videos on social media about how unknown gunmen stormed into their studio and picked up the young man, and there haven't been updates about this. A final story, 23 years of democracy, economy buckles under political risks.